Hi Minna, this is the Mythomat with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And so today we got fantastic news about the Super EZA of Physical Kid Buu. I already watched his detail, and to be honest, to me this feels like we just got our LR, our long due LR Kid Buu. I think that they made a fantastic job with the Super EZA. I'm going to run the details. It is, as you know, this is the third Super EZA they made, and now they are 3-on-3 because they did an amazing job with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, as you know, the Agile one. They also did an amazing work with Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, the Tech one. Although I didn't have the chance to use it on my global account, I use it on my JP account, and is really good. And now here comes Physical Kid Buu Super EZA, and spoiler ahead, is busted. Is really good. I think that without any doubt he will be. You will see he is the best Super EZA on the game, and I would even go as far as maybe he will be. I don't know. Maybe the best EZA TUR, maybe the second best after Tech Ultimate Gohan, but from what I thought is really busted. Let's go about it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, please leave like and subscribe to the channel. That will be highly appreciated. I'm trying to reach 100 sub until the end of the year, and let you guys help me reaching that. Okay, so those are the details that just came up a couple of hours ago. 6 hours ago. I will be seeing the translation from the Omega Rush. Thank you very much, Goresh. Shout out to him. And so, as you can see right from the start, as you know, with the Super EZA, you don't get any stat boost, nor they change the leader skill, neither they change the super attack effect. What they change is the passive, and so the passive goes, by the way, I should have, so you could see the passive of him. Just let me. So here it is. This was once he get his EZA. At the time, so as I mentioned, his leader skill will stay the same, so not very good. Also, he will not change his super attack effect. It will only cause immense damage to the enemy and lower defense. In some case where the enemy can be debuffed, that could be interesting, although most of the time you would prefer lower attack. It is what it is. And at the time he was a pretty good support. All ally key +2 attack and defense plus 50% when you were above 70%, and then you will lose the key support, and the stat support will drop down to 30% when you were at 79% or below. And so now, as you can see, a lot more in his passive. So right away we can see he will have start of turn attack and defense plus 150%, chance to perform a critical hit and damage reduction of 20%. That's very good. He will gain an additional attack and defense of 250% when performing a super attack. So right away we can see, because this is not, you will not add those two numbers, it will be multiplicative. So right away I can tell you he will have, I think he will have a pretty good, let me just see his stats. Okay, so low attack, that's for sure, but the way with those numbers, I think he will have pretty good numbers. I would say very good numbers. Then, very important, the support. So he will give all ally key +2 attack and defense plus 50%, and for the super class you will have key +1 and attack and defense plus 10%. So we are talking about for super class ally, key +3 attack and defense plus 60%. That's very good. And extreme class will gain key +2 attack and defense plus 20%. So those stats are when your HP is 70% or more. So at that point he will give, like I mentioned, key +3 attack and defense plus 60% to super class ally, and to extreme key +4 and attack and defense plus 70%. That's very good. Then, so when your HP is 69% or less, All Alive will do Ki +1, attack and defense plus 30%. Super Alive will get just Ki +1. Okay, so that's like you will lose 30%. 30 percentual point of this attack and defense. And for the extreme class, it will be Ki +2, attack and defense plus 50%, which is very, very good. So as you can see, Super Class Ally will lose more of the support when HP is 69% or less, as they will lose 30 point of percentage, and the Extreme Class will only lose 10, if I'm not mistaken. 20. But either way, that's very, very good. So, also, he will gain an additional chance to perform a crit and reduce damage received by 20% every time this character received an attack 2 times in battle. Maximum of 40% for both. So let's say you receive 2 attack, you will go from 20% of crit and damage reduction to 40% of crit and damage reduction, and if you take 2 more, you will go to 60% chance to perform a crit and 60% damage reduction. That's very, very good. On top of that, you will recover 10% HP at the end of the turn every time this character receives an attack 2 times in battle, max of once per turn. I wonder if, let's say, in one turn you take 1 hit and the other turn you get also 1 hit, that will give you 2 hits in battle. For that turn you will recover 10% HP. This is how I'm understanding it. So here is so in terms of his healing potential build, I'm not sure, because mine, I think if I recall correctly, I gave him crit at the time, don't know why, but so crit will not make a lot of sense because you can go up to 60% of crit. That's a taken. The additional, because he will have, I already saw, he will have a high attack stat, so if you do 2 attacks, that will be a 2 crit attack, that will be pretty good. You will not increase your defense or your attack, but either way, 2 attacks with a good percentage of being a crit is very good. Dodge. So dodge will obviously keep you from increasing your crit and your damage reduction, but on the other side of it, I think in a long term dodge could be a good option, because right now this unit feels like it should be on rotation as maybe a slot 1. We will see. I will have to use him to be for sure. And so from now, maybe you prefer him to get it, so you can as quickly as possible go to the 60% crit and 60% damage reduction. I reckon he will have a high defense with 60% damage reduction. That would be pretty cool. On the other side, at some point there will be, for example, he will not be tanking, for example, Gogeta on Spectacle Battle, because he will be type disadvantage, and because his Extreme and Gogeta is Super, it will be 2-time disadvantage. So I'm pretty sure he will not be able, no, not by a long shot. So, and at that point, maybe if you receive an attack from a Gogeta, you will, a super attack, you will prefer to dodge. So, not sure. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this will be up to debate. The problem with this is that so you need to use stones or to have units to change the healing potential once they get an EZA, and nowadays you will need to do it once more if they get the Super EZA. That's a big problem. So I'm not sure I'm going to change my healing potential. I think it will be pretty good for him also to have raw defense, because I think he will have a pretty high defense from what I saw, and with the damage reduction I think that could make sense also. Not sure. So let me see. So the stats. So shout out to Iron Fist Danny that made the calculation for us. as usual, we are talking about Rainbow. Mine is Rainbow on a 200% team with all links active and level 10. All of them level 10. So attack stats, not a big difference between above and below, but that's 18 million and 17 million. That's not bad. And after his super, you will have above 70%, almost 1 million, below 70%, 857. So with a lot of damage reduction, that could be interesting. Maybe it will be a little bit scary at the beginning, but yeah. I saw that they were here at Reddit. There were like a post showing off about how optimal would it be. Someone, Holiday AD 8712, posted that his thing is optimal will be this. So like with a lot of additional, just some crit, and with a lot of dodge. And I could see that already a lot of people will be telling that it makes no sense. You gave a unit that needs to get hit for a damage reduction, lol. Mine has 20 dodge, but I gave him that this year ago. I have no due to change it and I'm not spending stones. He dodged so much he doesn't even get his damage reduction. We will be only 4 hit by the way. Then I'm more than satisfied. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously someone will tell you dodge for normal and take a super right after die because no 40% damage reduction. That's true. But obviously this is not like something that will be very common. So look guys, I think that additional could be cool because obviously if you get a second attack of this and you get the crit, that would be very good. It will do a lot of damage. And also I think that dodge can be so maybe you will need to something like that. Look guys, something like that, maybe a little bit less dodge and more additional, maybe could be the way to go. I'm not 100% sure about that. By the way, let me just see in terms of curious to see. I know he has big back boss, which will be important, namely to pair with this guy. But let me see his links. So yeah, ooh, he will link pretty good with this guy. That's really cool. Wow, nice, 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 nice. 5 links. It's very, very good. And so 4 with this before he transform. 4 with this guy. 4 with this guy. And thought that maybe you would have more links with LR, but I don't have less than 4. Have Imagine, Brutal Bring Down, Infinite Regeneration, the Wall Standing Tall, Fish Bar, and he will not have Big Bad Boss, which is a shame with this guy, but he's no longer, so it makes no sense. So with this guy, once we transform, obviously I just remembered that he don't have a Big Bad Boss unless he will transform, and so as you can see at that point you will have Magin, which will be key +2 attack and the Wall Standing Tall, which will be attack +20%, Big Bad Boss, attack and defense +25%, and Fierce Battle, attack +20%. My oh my, how this rotation is going to do some damage. Wow, wow. Okay. So I am pretty amazed with what they did with his Super EZA. I think that they not only they cooked, but they used like a very fine recipe, very fine ingredient, and this is fantastic. I'm not sure when his Super EZA will arrive. Maybe tomorrow. I know also that in a couple of hours, I think we will know a couple at reset, maybe today, tomorrow morning. I mean, we will know about the last stage of Red Zone Majin Buu Saga, which will be exactly against Kid Buu. So it could be very good, and I think that the Super EZA should also arrive pretty soon. I reckon it will be tomorrow, and that will be very good. I still doing my world tour of Super Saiyan 3 Goku Angel, but then after that I think I'm going to do the Mr. Buu, the Majin Buu showcase, and at that point I think I'll be using this team. And how funny it is that this guy, the Dokkan Fest, the new Dokkan Fest unit, barely will do into the main rotation, I reckon, with all the EZAs we have been having, and the Super EZA, that's really good. So Majin Power also very good in terms of a team. This is also a very good addition to Android 21. Although, as you know, because she's a super type unit, she will have a little bit less of the support from Kid Buu, but either way, because she also have, I believe, once she transforms, she also is a big bad boss unit, so it could be very interesting also to that. And so Minna, this is it for the video. Pretty excited to use this guy. I really like Kid Buu. I think he's one pretty cool villain. Everyone really likes him. I'm also a big fan of Kid Buu. We didn't get our LR in this celebration, although with the Super EZA I reckon we did. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That will be highly appreciated. And I will see you all in the next one.